Meteorologist Alec Mazikowicz joins us in the backyard. Alec, as we wind down our weekend, it sounds like people are going to be breaking a sweat as they head into the work week.
Oh, that's for sure, especially our outside workers. For sure, we're going to want to pay attention to this forecast because we do have some heat and definitely some high humidity coming later this week. So let's go out to central Pennsylvania and take a look at Williamsport right now. Under a moonlit sky, nearly full moon, which we'll talk about a little bit later in the full forecast. Right now in this backyard, it is 69 degrees with a very light wind around 6 miles per hour out of the east. We can see on live radar, we don't really have any echoes, so we don't have to worry about precipitation this evening at all. So if you're traveling, one thing you don't have to worry about is any precipitation throughout the night and most of the day tomorrow. For the most part, 60s across the board, with the exception of central Pennsylvania. Still in those valley cities, we are still holding on to our 70s out there. They will drop down into the 60s as well tonight. So let's take a look at our headlines. Monday and Tuesday, I'm expecting temperatures to start to rise a little bit into the mid to upper 80s. On Tuesday, I'm expecting humidity to rise with that. Wednesday through Friday, plainly put, very hot, very humid. As a matter of fact, heat indices could be in the triple digits Wednesday through Fridays. And remaining heat will remain for July 4th weekend as well, Saturday and I think Sunday too. So let's take a look at the mid-levels of the atmosphere. One of my favorite perspectives. We see a trough out here where we see some instability and some precipitation, but we see a ridge pushing into the middle section of the United States. This is going to move east. So what does that mean for us? Well, it places high pressure systems when you get under the ridges, and we will have one parked over New York State, which when it's parked here, it's kind of interesting because they spin in a clockwise direction. So spinning in a clockwise direction, the flow is going to come from the east, which is going to cause some upslope when it hits the hills of the Pocono Mountains in Pennsylvania. So there's a chance for maybe an isolated shower tomorrow, but I don't think most of us are going to see dry conditions, or most of us are going to see dry conditions. I don't think many of us are going to see that. So if you do get a shower tomorrow, it'll be a quick hitter, short-lived, but chances are you won't even really see that. Tuesday's a better chance, though. That warm front causes some instability, and there could be some showers and thunderstorms, especially in the northeastern part of the viewing area. So watch out for those on Tuesday. So a closer perspective as we plan out our days here. Monday, there's that chance for that isolated shower that might pop up Monday afternoon. But like I said earlier, most of us will be dry. Tuesday, a little bit of increasing clouds as that warm front moves through. And then later Tuesday, we'll see some instability pop up. So shower thunderstorms possible later Tuesday, maybe even into early Wednesday morning. What happens after that midweek, though? The jet stream rises up into Canada. When the jet stream raises up here, it allows for the tropical air to come all the way north as far as we're at. So that means very hot conditions, not only Wednesday, but Thursday, but also Friday. And I don't really think this heat dome breaks down Friday much. I think it's going to even last into Saturday as well, just breaking down a little bit. But I'm expecting even 90 degrees on our 4th of July next Saturday. So what does it look like from the surface perspective? Wednesday, high pressure down here just south of the border of Pennsylvania, maybe a chance for an isolated shower or thunderstorm, but I think most of us are going to be dry on Wednesday. That high pressure system moves just a touch to the east, and you can see another hot, humid day on Thursday. This boundary comes through on Friday, indicating that storms and showers will move through and cool us down. It's very weak. Maybe a chance for a shower or storm, but it's not going to cool things down for Saturday. Another nice day, hot and humid Saturday as well for a 4th of July. I'm calling for a high of 87 degrees in this backyard tomorrow, and then tomorrow as well. I don't think the humidity is going to be too high. We'll start to feel the atmosphere a little bit, but Tuesday we will definitely feel the humidity when the dew points get into the 70s. And how long is this heat going to last? Well, Climate Prediction Center says from July 6th to the 12th, our average temperature is 84. We'll probably be above that all next week as well. Another thing to pay attention to in the next 24 hours, the strawberry moon tomorrow. Full moon tomorrow. It'll be out around 8:58 p.m. It'll be considered a micro moon because of the fact that it'll be a little bit far away when it's at apogee, but still, without the cloud cover, it'll be a brilliant moon, named from the Algonquins because it was the time to pick the strawberries this time of year in late June. Partly cloudy tonight, 63 degrees. Monday, high of 87. Tuesday, a little bit more humid, 88, and that's when the heat starts to move in. But Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, look at the heat there, 90s. And the heat index probably pushing into around 103, 104 on those 3 days as well. So if you're an outside employee, pay attention to that. But Jack, take a look at 4th of July. It looks like another hot one there on Saturday, next Saturday. So that heat and humidity is here to stay. So get the sprinkler out in your yard, start running through it to keep yourself cool this week.
Definitely a lot to keep our eyes on, especially with these high temperatures. Alec, thank you very much.
You're welcome.